Shalom Akim, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Bashim Kwakwadash, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of great wisdom hold well. And it's just what it is, man. Levi going through the motions again. The curses are heavy upon Jake, you know, fighting the so called system to be represented, but it's not gonna work, man. They've lost their way, so that's exactly what's gonna happen over there, man. They're looking for answers, and it's not gonna happen. Through Esau's so-called idea of democracy, man. It's a waste of time. That's why the scripture talks about the folks that have drunk of the cup of the whore are mad. The nations are mad, and that's exactly what you see here. Corruption, inept, leadership. You know, it's so sad. They have a gross disregard for the livelihood of the people, for the welfare of the people. So this is exactly what Haiti is. He's just messed up, man. Folks are frustrated. So it's just a sign of the times, man. It's a beautiful thing that the Lord Yabashima Shai is stirring up the anger of these people, man. So it's gonna get violent as time goes on, because it's gonna get crazy. People are gonna feel the pinch. They're gonna be pressed. And the curses of the Lord Yabashima Shai, it's not gonna let loose until it's time for deliverance. So it's going to be beautiful, man, to see that the words of Yabashima Shah are faithful and true and it's happening. The Moshe is judging the tribes, man. Just Levi going through going through hell. I'm a Levi too. By the end of the day, man, hey, I'm still under the curses, but I gotta have faith in Lord Yabashima Shah. They're deep into idol worship and so-called Christianity in that island of Haiti. And what else are they going to reap, man? It's nothing but corruption, and Esau's not going to let the people arise out of captivity or slavery, or poverty. You just want to hold them down because Esau knows exactly what the deal is, man, so he's going to have his puppets in there to hold the people down, keep them oppressed, have all kinds of embezzlement. So it's a beautiful thing to see the Lord Yabashim Shai working his wonderful works on the face of the earth. So I'll play the video and I get some precepts. Yeah. So I could tell, man, that money that they had, from Venezuela, they misused it, and then when the oil crisis hit, the price of oil went down all of a sudden. All those countries that depend on oil exports, they had to cut their cut cut their coats according to their size because that's how Esau moves, man. He walks around with the Arabs, to reduce oil prices, and then companies that were having a profit can no longer make a profit. They have to diversify. And that's how Esau targets his enemies. Folks he wants to take over, and that's exactly what he wants to do in Venezuela. He needs to go after the economy, sanctions, reduce oil prices, have restriction on travel, you know, and seize assets. That's exactly what's going on. So countries that align themselves with entities that are looking forward to being free from Esau's oppressive hand, they become targets for intimidation and harassment. So it's beautiful, see the Lord Yabashim Shah revealing who the enemy is, this red Hebrew Edomite, so he doesn't want Jake to rise up, so he's going to find a way to bring Jake down. It doesn't matter if Jake is in the Caribbean, South America, North America, Central America, in West Africa, whatever. His goal is to hold John Jake. He doesn't want to see Jake rise up. So that's what the Esau's all about, all right? So It says Haiti suffers from extreme poverty. All right, that's the curses. All right, so it's beautiful that prophecy is coming to pass. There's not too much I could say beyond that. And the Lord Yabashima is letting his elect know that he's stirring up his anger among these people. So this is the book of Isaiah chapter 28. All right, I'm going to read from verse 14. So it says, Wherefore hear the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Ashah Bashim Kwakadash, ye scornful men that rule these people which is in Jerusalem. So Northern Kingdom going through the hell and crisis, same as the Southern Kingdom, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death and with hell, are we at agreement? All right. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. We have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. All right. So the falsehood that is elites of our so-called, so-called Haitians and so-called Mexicans, so-called Nigerians, Ghanaians, so-called Malians, so-called Ivorians, so-called Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. The Lord Yabba Shemasha is going to tear it off, man. All that false ideology of so-called leaders, like to hold on to. The Lord Yabba Shemasha is going to destroy it. All those secret agreements they made with the Edomite elites, the Lord Yabba Shemasha is going to destroy it. All right, so it's only about time, man, that things are going to happen. The people could only take but so much. So oppression is going to come to an end very soon, man. But other than that, you can't really force the hand of the Lord. It needs to happen when the Lord Yabashimashah said it to happen. All right. So, go to verse 16 of Isaiah chapter 28. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashimashah Bashim Kokodash, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation, he that believeth shall not make haste. All right. So folks that have faith in the Lord Yabashima Shai, we don't have to worry about their safety and security, because their hope is in the Lord Yabashima Shai. They're holding daily unto the promise. And the enemies of the Lord shall be found wanting, because the Lord is going to come after them very soon. All right. So verse 17 says, Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet. And the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding place. So all these places that Jake think, they could hide away from the Lord in the so-called resorts and gated communities and their, secluded areas, the Lord Yabashimashah is going to burn it down. His wrath is coming. All right. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. So the elites, working hand in hand with these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are traitors to the people. The Lord Shai has a judgment for them. They're not going to escape. All right. So it's going to be beautiful when the Lord Yabashima Shai start to let all these curses fall upon them too. They're going to taste of it. All right. So I'll just go straight to a precept. This is Proverbs chapter 1. All right. So this is Wisdom chapter 1. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 20 says, Wisdom cry without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttered a word, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. So, they're not really looking for knowledge, in Haiti, man. The knowledge of the Lord, Yabashim Shai. They proclaim to have zeal, but they're into witchcraft. And that's why the Lord Yabashimashai is destroying them. You know, and that's why the enemy is always having a upper hand. But it's only for a while, man, that the Lord Yabashimashai will let that continue. So it says, "Turn ye at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you." All right, so only the elect will hold on to the words of the Lord Yabashimashai when they're made public. All right, when they're spread out, out there on the highways and the byways, on the internet, when the men of the Lord will hold on to it. Verse 24 says, "Because I have called and refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded." All right, so hey, that's what's going to happen, man. So the Lord says in 26, "I will laugh, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you." All right, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. All right, so all these protests not going to earn them anything. It's just a waste of time. It's just a way of them venting. They're not really calling upon the name of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah. They're trying to overthrow the government themselves. So hey, it's only a matter of time the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah unleashes upon them. You can't be carnal in these days, man. You can't overthrow a government through carnal means, man. It's a spiritual awakening, that needs to take place first. And then the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai will sweep away these governments upon the face of the earth. Yep. And that's Levi right there, man. The anger of the Levites, it's fucked up, man. It's real messed up. That's why, wrath wasn't made for man, man. That's why it's important, man. The Lord have to stay spiritual. You can't get carnal. Yep. So just let you know, man, you can't, you can't just, take things for granted, man. You gotta be serious in this last day, man. So, hey, the real richest chick needs to be holding on to, needs to be seeking after is the words which are in the Holy Scriptures, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's the true the true riches, the true wealth. Until then, I can just gotta stay humble and stay ready, to fight in righteousness, man, because you can't be carnal, on the street protesting for overthrow of a government, So I can just be mindful, man, of Romans 13 chapter, gotta be righteous, in your deeds, So don't get carnal, stay spiritual. And say Kahala Yahweh Shem Yahushua Shem Kwakudash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Mr. Rule well. Kim Gas. Just remember, man, when the last days, man, you're gonna see more protests. Shalom.